Finally, guys, I think these two tanks have matured, or they have completed that one stage of the cycling process. Finally, like what, over like a year or two that they have been basically set up. And quick shout out to Benny, because the little that I talk to him, every time he tells me, just don't touch it, leave it alone, and things are gonna thrive. And that's right. So I've been listening to his advice. So shout out to you, Benny. And I know these tanks have not been officially set up for about a year or two, but since I moved in to my new house, I have never had a stable tank or aquarium that has been set up more than like what, 4 or 6 months. And yeah, I am a really bad reefer, but I love this hobby. I love my corals, I love my fish, and why not just leave things alone? I get bored so quickly that I just want to be moving everything around. If it's not corals, it's rocks, and if it's not the rocks, it's the whole rockscape. And if it's not the rockscape, it's a light. If it's not the light, you guys get my point. It's a fish tank. I transfer all my setup from here to there, and basically the whole ecosystem gets stuck in that first stage of cycling the tank. Um, I was having so much trouble with this tank with hair algae and different type of algae. Luckily enough, I haven't had no like cyanobacteria or diatoms, but I do have hair algae. And since I've been really like paying attention to this tank, just doing the water changes when I need to, and just leaving it alone, I haven't seen algae grown. There is some, as you guys can see, in the back wall there, but that is because I haven't removed it from there. I just been really lazy on removing it. Not lazy, it's just the fact that I don't want to, put my hands in there. I've been trying to do some research regarding what type of fish I could get, or what type of invertebrates, cleanup crews that it could help me with hair algae. But being these small tanks, it's a little bit hard, but I know that there is some cleanup crews or fish out there that would be able to help me with that. Now, the other tank has also been doing good. The corals have been doing good, and again, shout out to Benny, because I don't know how I asked him or how it went, but he told me if the corals are dead, just get rid of them, throw them away, and I did. They basically were an eyesore. They're freaking ugly, and they were just there in the tank, and me thinking that one day they'll be restored, but no, they were already dead. Besides that torch that you guys can see in the bottom left, because that one still has like two heads, and that one does have some potential to be restored. But besides that, I had like my orange octo spawn, a pretty expensive coral. Had to let it go, get rid of it. It was dead. And yeah, everything has been doing really good. All the water has been cleared. Fish are doing really healthy. I think I'm gonna just keep these two tanks because everything has stabled, matured, and there is another surprise that I will be uploading another video of what's going on. I already told Benny what's going to happen. What is my next step? Again, Benny, I know you're gonna tell me, but we'll find out. Now, you guys are gonna tell me what is next. Yeah, what is next? Besides these two tanks, I don't know what's next. I think I'm gonna just leave everything how it is here. I'm not gonna be adding no more corals, no more fish to these tanks. Probably the only thing I am thinking of doing is actually removing some of the hairy mushrooms. They just became a pest. They have outgrown these tanks, overpopulated the tank, and honestly, they killed a couple of my acants. Well, all the only acants I had, they killed my blastos, and yeah, they're just really bad corals. I remember my wife used to really like them, but no, not. It came to the point that I need to do something about them. So hopefully, I don't get lazy about it, but I should be uploading them on the local reef pages to see if I could sell them or trade them for something, because they are not they're no longer welcome in my things. But that's the only thing I'll be moving. Besides that, other corals are doing good. They're thriving. They're slowing. They're growing slowly, but I think that is the perfect pace, because my goal is not for the corals to grow that fast. I just want them to be healthy and blossom and look beautiful. And the tanks, that is all I'm asking them to do. And what basically is going to require that, just being a good husbandry with the tanks. Doing the water changes when I need to, and leaving the tank alone. Not put my hands like I used to, moving the rocks here and there, moving the fish, the corals, moving the tanks from location to location. Even though I wouldn't necessarily transfer like the whole rockscape fish corals to another tank, I would relocate the tanks from either being inside my house to the garage, from the garage to the back room. And I think I'm just gonna leave them there. We'll see what's going to happen. It is summer basically, here in California where I live. It gets between 90 to 110 degrees depending the day and the month. The room where they're at, it's not insulated, and I do have the temperature probes. Basically, the exterior, I don't know how they called, but basically it controls the temperature. I bought those, so that's a device I'm thinking of getting. And then another thing I'm thinking of getting, it's a portable AC. So if I got the money for it, I am going to buy it, because I wouldn't want to lose any of my corals or fishes. But that's basically an update, or I don't know what you want to call this video. I just want to put it out there so you guys can see how my corals are doing. Besides that, everything's great. Until next time, guys, I am out. Peace.